This question is from R.K. Goyal Prabhu. He asks, Sadar Pranam Guruji, Yasya na ahankrita bhavo buddhir yasya na lipyate hitva chapi imam lokan na hanti na nibadhyate. Does it mean that the living beings or insects killed by us inadvertently under ignorance are not accumulating any sins? Hare Krishna.
As long as we are not controlled by ahankara, as long as we literally really think that we are not the doer, then we are not going to be bound. We are not answerable. So that's what as yasya na ahankrito. Na ahankrito means one who thinks that I am not the doer. Buddhi yasya na lipyate. One whose intelligence is not entangled. So, Hatvapi Saima Loka na hanti na nipatiti. Even if he kills someone in this well, he is not killing and he is not bound. So that way, if we really free ourselves from ahankara, so that means we are only focusing on Krishna, only serving Krishna. We don't have any ahankara. We don't think that we are the doer. Only the three modes of material nature are doing everything. If our eyes of knowledge or knowledge is widely open, jnana chakshusaka, pasyanti jnana chakshusaka. So then we will not be bound. So whatever happens. So because that's why 24/7 we should be engaged in Krishna's service. We should offer our mind and intelligence unto Krishna. Mayarpita mano buddhir mamevesisi asamsaya. By offering your mind and intelligence unto me, you will come to me. There is no doubt. That's what Krishna is saying. So that way, if we keep this spreading Krishna's message, this Bhagavad Gita is our main duty, our main task to please Krishna. If we keep ourselves very much engaged in this service, so we really don't have to worry about that any sins or something, whatever we have committed in the past or even in future, nothing. We don't have to worry. Everything will be taken care by Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Just a follow-up clarification. So that also indicates that if something is being done out of ignorance, then it is pardonable. But if something is brought to one's knowledge, and then he does the same thing as he used to do earlier in ignorance, so then now it will be accumulating sins once he is aware of it.
Even if we are not aware of it, also sins are sins only. If we are controlled by the modes of nature, the reason we are not aware of it, we are under ignorance because we are controlled by the mode of ignorance, tamoguna. So that means we are still we don't have the knowledge. So that's why we need to get the knowledge. So this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, that's what is very important. So if we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so then we understand about the three modes of nature. If we are able to see that only the modes of nature are doing everything, if we literally think that we are not doing anything, and if for intelligence, if we have very sharp intelligence, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we worship Krishna, when we are connected with Krishna, when we get the knowledge, so Krishna is going to give us the intelligence. So that way, at that point of time, so if we do something, it's not going to bind us. If we are under ignorance is not blissful. Ignorance is dangerous.
Okay. Right. Thank you, Guruji. Excellent. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Okay, Guruji. So, like many times because of negligence, like let us say we are controlled by Rajoguna, we are in the mode of passion, or as you mentioned, sometimes because of ignorance also we may kill small insects. But at that time, since we are under the modes of nature, therefore we need to suffer the consequences. Is that correct to say, Guruji?
That is correct, Prabhu. But if we are engaged in Krishna's service, that's what is very important. So if we are studying Bhagavad Gita, if we are engaged in Krishna's service, so then Krishna is going to help us so that we will not commit any such sins, Prabhu. Anything knowingly or unknowingly, because Krishna is also there with us. Krishna is the one who provides all the opportunities, and he gives the knowledge, he gives the intelligence. Everything is going to come from Krishna. So we are able to get that guidance from Krishna, like Arjuna got the guidance from Krishna. So Arjuna, if he just left the battlefield, he would have committed sin. Arjuna told Krishna that we have come here to commit great sins. Aho bata mahat papam kartum vyavasitavayam yadraja sukha lobena hantum swajanam udyataga. So we have come here to commit great sins by fighting in this battle. So because Krishna was with him, Arjuna believed in Krishna. Krishna gave him the right knowledge. So Arjuna didn't commit sin. Arjuna fought because fighting is his duty. That is his dharma. So if he didn't fight, if he left the battle, then he would have committed sin. So that way, if we are devotee of Krishna, if we are focusing on serving Krishna, so let us not worry about all these things. Krishna is going to directly guide us. Krishna is going to guide us in the right direction. That is going to happen.
Okay, Guruji.
Understand?
Yeah. So that way, like Krishna will guide us, like what is proper thing and what is not proper, and we have to follow Krishna's instructions. Like for example, if we know that something is sinful, then Krishna will be guiding us not to do that. But we cannot ignore Krishna's guidance and say that we are Krishna's devotees, so we can do anything. Like it won't happen that way. Like Krishna will guide us to do the correct things.
Yes, that's correct. Krishna will take care of them. Let's not worry about all such things. That's why we need to fully depend on Krishna. That's the main important thing. We need to completely, fully depend on Krishna.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.